I'd like to introduce Ruben Russell, who is a Navy veteran, and Ruben is actually a success story from U.S. VETS. So Ruben, can you tell me a little bit about what you did in the Navy, what your career path was?
I was a mess management specialist. They call it a culinary specialist now. My job was to prepare meals for 5,000 men. I was a part of of an aircraft carrier crew during my second enlistment. I'm fluent in cooking and baking.
Okay, very good. So I know you had two. We talked earlier before the interview, and you had two enlistments. So you
Yes.
went in for your first tour in the Navy,
Yes.
and then about 18 months later went back in?
Yes,
So how long were you in for the second time?
a little bit over 4 years.
Okay. And then after you got out of the Navy the second time, what happened?
I developed, well, during my enlistment, my second enlistment, I developed addiction to crack cocaine and alcohol. The Navy sent me through Naval Drug Rehabilitation Program, and once you do that once, and and I continue to have problems, they discharge me.
So I'm assuming that when you got out of the military, even though you had an honorable discharge, you had a tough time transitioning from the Navy way to the civilian world?
Yes, I because of the Navy and the trade I learned, it wasn't hard for me to find jobs. What my issue was, because of my substance abuse problem, I could not keep a job. And this was in '86. I lost everything. I lost my Navy career because I had planned on doing 20 years. And I lost my wife and two sons. And I lost myself to the street. I became a full-blown addict. I would work occasionally here and there. And in '88, I went up to Alaska. Because of the discharge, I didn't think I had VA benefits coming. But while I was in Alaska, I happened to meet a friend at an AA meeting who worked for the VA, who looked me up in the computer and found that I was eligible for VA benefits. And, I thank God for the VA. First of all, I thank God. But, if it wasn't for the VA, I'd be dead now. I have a chronic illness. It's called sarcoidosis. It's in my kidneys and in my joints and in my eyes. I'm partially blind in one eye from it, and my kidneys are working at about between 70 and 60%. If it wasn't for preventive measures that VA has used for my medical reasons, and if it wasn't for the VA having substance abuse programs, homeless vet programs, back to work programs, I would be dead. I really believe I'd be dead or in prison.
So when you were up in Alaska and your friend turned you on to the VA and you got some treatment up there, and then you moved down to Southern California, how did you end up learning about U.S. VETS?
Through the Noble End of VA.
Ah, okay, very good.
I had been here once before. I was here last November, and I couldn't stay clean. And I let negativity drive me up out of here. I stayed here for a little bit over 30 days, and I went from there. One of the clinicians here actually got me a residency at a per diem program in Desert Hot Springs, and I went there and I did good. I obtained a job at a resort in the Palm Springs area. I purchased a vehicle. I did all the outside fixing up, but I didn't change on the inside. So I relapsed. I relapsed last April, and from April up until December, it was in and out of homeless shelters, in and out of this, in and out of that. Actually went to jail for a while. And last December 10th of last year, I woke up in a crack house and got on the bus and went out to the VA and went and called the
You just
outreach
you
coordinator.
just couldn't do it anymore.
No, I couldn't.
Couldn't live the street life anymore. It just wasn't worth it.
No. And, you know, somewhere inside of me through all these years of substance abuse, I always had that hope. Hope never left. And I thank God for that. But I went, I caught the bus to the VA and I called the outreach coordinator here. And, he was out at the VA. We met and he kept saying, well, I need to do this. And what I'm trying to say, he kind of kept putting me off. And I believe today that he kept putting me off, whether it was intentionally or not. I needed to know how serious I was.
Well, right, because these kind of programs only have so many vacancies.
Right.
And the people that come into the programs, they have to be serious about their recovery because
Yes.
there's too many other people waiting
Yes.
to get in.
Yes. And the coordinator, brought me out here. And, that was the first day of the rest of my life. I had to detox because I was not feeling well. They let me detox for a few days, and then I joined the other vets in the SAT program, the Substance Abuse Treatment Program.
Over at Loma Linda?
No, here.
Okay, so
Here at US Vets, which is one of the best programs because the coordinator for that program deals with the individual more than he deals with the group. There's groups, and we got intimate. And I guess because when the teacher is ready, the students appear. And I was ready. And I'm ready. I had already put in for a BASH voucher, which helped, which is in partnership. BASH is in partnership with the Section 8 program.
And VASH, for people that may not know what that is, VA supplemental housing.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I was already on the list, and I got the voucher shortly after coming here. And I was real fearful of leaving here, what I'm thinking prematurely, because I didn't finish the 90-day program. But I think I got up to like 87 or 88 days.
Okay, close enough.
And well, for me,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You don't
Yeah.
need a diploma because this is a lifetime thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not about getting a certificate. It's about using the tools, the materials from the program, the lifestyle change to go on with life. For years I thought going to these programs, getting a certificate, I was cured. You know what I'm saying? I can go back to what we call recreational use. Well, see, I'm a full-blown addict, and I know that today. So I can't, drink or use or take any mind-altering substances.
But you were smart enough to realize that you had a problem and that you needed, only you could overcome the problem.
Yes.
And you're doing it.
Yes. I've only been sober for 4 months. I'll be sober 4 months on Wednesday. If I had wrote down everything I expected 4 months clean, I would have shortchanged the God of my understanding. My life has turned around. I have a relationship with my family. I have a relationship with my sons. I have a relationship with my daughter today. I have a relationship with God most of all, and myself. I wrote something on a text that said, I've been so busy trying to change the world, but when I stop trying to change the world and change me, the world falls into place, and that's gospel. When I get out of the way and let the world do what it do, and do me, everything seems to work out.
Ruben, I couldn't have said it any better than that. There it is.